Hey, everybody, and welcome to cyberknights Flashpoint. And we've got the Wireghost first mission. So, as you know, new character added to the game. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us here and everywhere else. See you soon. So, here we are in the safe house, and we've got a few more things to do before we take on our first mission, this pending heist mission. And then when we get back from that, we'll talk to Octane and do all of that kind of stuff. Right this minute, we've picked our group that's going on the group, so we know who everybody is. There's some people that need things. So, for example, this street scout here, and we've got 9K left. We already purchased, a mod over here for this one, which already had a pistol silencer. But this street scout that my sniper has doesn't have a silencer, whereas a rapid fire does. Sneaking around through these is super important. So I actually want to go work on the loadout. So I'm going to open up that particular merc, which happens to be my sniper, and I'm going to attach a sniper. Oh, I don't have a sniper barrel. Well, where would I get a sniper barrel? Oh, here's the X-Can suppressor. Well, heck, that's 12K. I can't afford to get that. So here's some tricks that you can do. Okay, who's not going on this mission? Aaron is not going on this mission. Oh, well, why don't I go ahead and get rid of his defensor if I need to? I've got several of those, right? And he may or may not actually be using those. I've also got an extra SMG, which is not equipped. So here's a defensor and an SMG that's not equipped. Let's get rid of this, right? So we're going to sell this one for 10K to our friend Origami Joe over here. Then we'll back out, go back to our Cyberknight, go to the marketplace, and we'll buy our lovely X-Can suppressor that we need to have. Now, this is going to reduce our damage a bit. It's going to increase our crit bonus, and it's going to reduce our noise range by minus 20 meters, which is fantastic considering that we have a huge range to begin with. So now we're going to actually equip that on there, and now we've got an X-Can suppressor on the overall sniper, which is going to reduce its damage a bit, but increase its ability to be quiet, which we will be using it as much as we possibly can. So that's fantastic. Now, we'll also notice that our soldier does not have that, but we're not taking him this turn, right? We'll also notice that the bull assault does not have that. And I'm pretty sure that if we were to change that bull assault and try to add silencer to it, that we can't afford it, even if there is one in the market, which there's not. So that's not going to help us. So we could, by the way, change the primary weapon here to this other defensor that's here. Let's just pretend that we did. And then we could go in and attach a barrel if there was one in the marketplace. That's what's hidden here. I think there are no more silencers. That seems strange. Maybe. It's true, it does happen sometimes. Let's just check the market and see what's going on here and look at mods. Yeah, there's a suppressor, but only for snipers. There is not a suppressor for pistols in here. Some of the other pistols have those. So, for example, if we take a look at who's got what, let me get out of here real quick. Get back to the barracks. Yeah, Aaron's pistol does not have that. Molly has the defensor, but no silencer, I think. But my rapid fire has a pistol silencer on it. Now, the interesting thing is, since I'm using my Street Scout, hopefully I'm not going to be using this a whole lot. So I could actually come in here, for example, take my rapid fire. I could unequip, hang on, back up. I could take my silencer here. I could detach it from here. And then I want to go over and go to Molly's defensor and put it on her. So thinking about your loadouts for your people is very important because it changes your ability, right? Again, Molly's a war machine. Her job's melee for the most part, which is fine. When you're up next to somebody with a stun club, doesn't make a lot of noise. But if she fired her, UAG that she had, her big weapon that she had, that was going to make a lot of noise. So now I've made sure that both Emily, who has a silencer on her pistol, and Molly, who are both going to be out front, are silenced. Now, that doesn't help our Wireghost here, except he's got a defensor with a silencer, and I've got a street scout sniper rifle with a silencer. So now everybody's got a silenced weapon, and we can go in and try to be more stealthy in a mission that if we're stealthy, we're going to get a chance to get a lot more loot. So now let's go into our heist and go, make it happen. So we've got our unplugged cameras ready to go, and we've picked our folks, and we know where we're going. Everybody's got all the right weapons, and we're going to start this mission. All right, so we're on our own dime. Let's make it a profitable night. So let's do it. All right, Maker's up first. So, he's got to be able to think about where everybody is. Okay, we've got 2 guys down here, Draco and Iota. Again, you can see up here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that we already see. That's a lot. More than us to start with. So let's see where they are. Okay, Bondi's here. That's our guy. Sorry, that's us. He's got the same hood, man. Iota is right here. Alpha's all the way over here. That is a long way away. Draco is right up front with us, and Luco's all the way down here. All right, cool. What can I see right off the bat? Well, I can see Draco, but I'm pretty sure that's right in our friend's cone here, so that is no bueno. And I think that's the only shot I have to begin with, so we're not going to do that. So that's helping determine which way we're going to go. There's 2 guys up here. We could either try and take both of them out, which is a possibility, except I'd have to take this guy before I take this guy, because if I take this guy first, he's going to get seen by this guy. So if that's the case, I could either step up here and get a better shot on Iota so that I could take him out with that, or I could yield my action to Molly and see if she could get all the way over here, which is a pretty good ways, to be able to take him out. And then I could take out Draco and no one would know the difference. So maybe I yield my action to Molly. Let's see what Molly can do. Molly can make it to here. Let's see if we sprint. Yeah, she's going to be heard. So this is immediately going to have her be heard by this guy. She, has different kinds of things that she could do, though. She could stun one of the guys. She could get up here and charge. I don't know if that's 6 or not. I have to see how far away it is. Might be a little bit far. We could drop shock mines, which would, stop these guys. Or we could just go a different direction. So this guy can't see what's going on over here at this loot box. So maybe we just go ahead and send her all the way to the loot box. Nobody's going to hear her there, and she'll be in a position to take out the loot box effectively. I think that sounds like a great idea. So let's have her do that. Now, we immediately picked up 2 more guys. They can't act this turn, but we now know that they're around so that we can see them. So Molly is back over by the loot box, and we got a research report and a biorecycler consumable, so we'll take them both. So we got our first loot. We're ready to go, and now it's back to Maker for his turn. So one of the other things we have to worry about is this camera here. If this camera turns over here, it'll see her. So either I can let Maker go ahead and come up and do something, or I can delay his action further to later in the turn. I actually want to see where everybody's going to move as far as he's concerned, because he's all down in the pit here, so they probably can't see him anyway. So let's see what's going to happen with everybody else. Now, what's Emily going to do? Well, there's nobody down at this end, so we're probably going to come around this way as we do things. So let's have her move over to begin to do things that'll help us. First thing she's going to do is move up here so that she can then take a second and take out that camera. Then she'll move further down here because she's got her jam kit ability that'll help a lot to keep these things from exposing us. So she's going to then use jam kit, take out this camera to make sure that it's not going to find Molly. And then we'll move her. How much room we got? We don't have much. We'll move her over here since there's nobody behind her. That'll keep her there. Now, that being said, when we think about anticipation, we can use it to see where these people are going to go. So I kind of want to know where Luco's going to go, because if Luco's going to walk through this up here, then it has a chance of exposing us. So what's it say Luco's going to do? Luco's coming back this way. Fantastic. That means we'll be able to come in here and have some ability to come through this section. So also you can see that our escape route is over here or over here. So we have 2 escape routes that we can get to. All right. So we could use another anticipation to see who somebody else is going to do. Like Draco, maybe it's worth it. Yeah. Let's see. So Draco's going to move forward and turn around this way. So I think this will block line of sight to Molly, so we should be okay there. But once that happens, we should be able to move Maker up and have him take advantage of things. So, all right. That is the end of her turn. All right. So, Bondi. Now, he's got several things to do. Obviously, he wants to get loot boxes and do all that good stuff as well. But in the meantime, he's going to want to go figure out where he can do things. Also, he can actually turn off, right, with the security siphon, security devices, just like he can. This will also let him know whether or not those are connected to a matrix host, which would then allow him to use a skipjack to be able to get in there and do some cool hacking stuff. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to send him through the things over this direction. I don't know how far he can get. Now he has to sneak, right? Because this motion detector, if he's not in sneak mode, will detect him. But he wants to be where he can get close enough to turn off this camera next turn so he can then move through this section. So let's move him up here. I think he should be all right. And then next turn, we'll knock out this camera and bring him across over here. Why? Because he's going to come in the backside to come over here, because I think there's a couple of loot boxes. There's one here. He'll swing around this way. These guys are going to swing through here. They'll meet up and come this direction. Other folks will come this direction and meet up over on the other side. All right. So, interesting. He's got Maker hidden down there. He's going to move. All right. So now he's going to turn. All right. He's just out of the way, so Molly can't be seen by Molly. They're moving on down. You can always hit escape here if you're playing, to slow this down. I like to have it, work to begin with. So first, let's see what Maker can do from where he's standing. Can't see anybody. So now the question is, can he move up here somewhere where he's not seen, but has our boys in sight? Because he wants to take out Iota if he can. It's a tough call. All right, right here, he can see both, but he doesn't have enough. Why? It takes 3, for example, to shoot his weapon. So he needs to have 3 available. So he can't get anywhere there. He's going to be seen there. I don't think he's got line of sight there. He's got 2. Man, pretty tough. Let's think about what we're going to do. All right, let's leave him where he is for a moment. We're going to delay again with him. All right. That didn't help. So we're going to delay so I can see where Chai's going to go. And now we're back to Molly. So Molly's got quite a few choices, here. She can move up to here, which right there will give her a shot on Draco. He's not looking this direction. We've got to get her like right there so that she's got a shot on Draco. She's got 2 shots. Let's move up and see what she can do. 92%. Bingo. Let's do it again. Goodbye, Draco. Good. 1 down. Notice our sec level still 0 because nobody saw us do that. We can, stay where we are. So she's done. Homei's going to move. And now it's Maker's turn. So the question's going to be, do we send Maker up this direction or do we send it out this direction? He's pretty much covered right here, so he's not getting out that way. There's not much choice of what he can do there. So if he moves over here, though, we want to give him some nice range for his weapon with 1 shot. So that's a good spot. He's got a place to be. Good, etc. Let's do it. Boom. Uh-oh. Didn't get the crit, which means he's still stuck there. So that means he's going to need some help. Who's going to give him some help? We'll have to figure it out. We only have a few people till he's up. So one of those folks is going to have to help him out. Probably going to be Emily. So, but she's got a mission. We already emptied that loot box. She was going to go down this way first, but looks like she's going to come up here and help our buddy. Now, her pistol range is a lot different than his rifle range. So, we got to see. What do we got there? 24 meters. We need to check and see exactly what her range is on that. So, her range with the Defensor, right, if we take a look at it, is 25 rangers, but optimal range is 18 meters. So, she really needs to be within 18 meters. So can she get to 18 meters to get one shot? She's going to get seen. She doesn't get seen right there, and that is 18 meters. Okay, excellent. 18 meters. Bang. All right. Good job, Emily, helping out a teammate. That did, however, take her turn. All right. So now we're to Bondi. We were talking about what he was going to do. He's coming this way, so he needs to knock out this camera over here. So he's going to use security siphon right here on the camera. Now the camera's gone. Now he's got to get through. So he's going to switch to sprint. He's got to get out of the motion detector first. Hang on. He's going to take one step while he's in stealth. Well, he's got time. Let's see. How far can he get when stealth? Yeah. I think he's going to take one step out of stealth to go this way. Let's see. Does that use just one? Yeah, he used one to trigger that. So let's use one to step out he'll stay in stealth. Then he's going to switch to sprint, which he just did. And so now it's pretty much the same distance. Oh, wait. No, he didn't switch yet. There we go. Now he can make it all the way over here. We don't see anybody out there, but that doesn't mean they're not there. So let's move him up here in a nice shielded spot so we can see if there's anybody over there. Aha! As you notice, we saw somebody else appear over there. So now we know Tao is down here. So he's got more people to play with down here. So we may need to send him some help. We'll figure that out. Let's see what everybody else is doing the rest of the turn. All right, Luco's moving. And now we're ready for turn 3. Okay, so Maker's up. Notice the camera came back alive, and guess what? It spotted Molly right here, which got us 1 sec. So we need to do something about taking that out. So Maker has a security scramble because she won't be able to move without triggering it more. Yeah. So he's going to use security scramble on that camera. Oop, it's out. I hate using all these things right here, but there it is. Now he is going to probably go be the backup for Bondi over here. So we'll send them that way, and then we'll send Molly and Emily the other way. So Maker's going to come over here. Let's see, how far can he get? Well, let's see. What else do I have to shoot at? Nothing. So who's in sees? In camera, out of camera. Probably can't get in position to shoot anything. No. Not that way anyway. So I can't sprint through there, I don't think. Nope, comes all the way out. So could have disabled that, but let's just move on through to go get myself in position. All right. And now let's see what Molly can do. So they're coming this way. Let's go check out what we're going to be confronting up here. We've got a lockbox over here and a lockbox over here and Lado and Ada up here that we got to deal with. So let's see how close we can get before we're seen. Probably right here. Again, with melee folks, you know, you got to get them close. So you got to think through what the effective way of getting them in close so that they can do their job. So let's reload on this. Can't remember. 2. Let's try and give her 2 so she can reload. We'll move her here. And then that'll give her a reload on that pistol. so that she'll be fully capable when her next turn comes around. She's got 1, which will put her in position. She could move up just a little bit more. Let's move up just a hair. Okay. Let's get everybody else. Plato's coming down. All right, turning around a little bit. No problem. All right, what's Emily going to do? Now, we can see we get quite a few guys after us, but they're all kind of down south from us. So we should be all right in terms of making a move to get on in here. Let's see, let's turn off sneak mode. She's got the same sight problem we had before. Again, she's melee as well. We want to try and move around that corner. She can't quite get there. So we know he's already moved this turn, so she should be okay wherever we put her. Who's this guy? That is K2. And K2's already moved. Okay. So it's always good to take your time, check your side angles, see where you're going, all that kind of good stuff. All right. Yeah, we'll delay just to see where we end up, or I could take a look with what I want to do next turn. Let's delay and see where we end up. Heading to checkpoint. Let's see. And now we're back over to Bondi. So, Bondi is going to need to move in here. We want to see this long-range camera here. This is an LR camera. Pretty sure it's long range. It's pretty far. So we want to go try and take that out. And we've got another siphon down here in 3 turns until it regenerates. So let's see how far we can get. I don't know if that's close enough to the camera. 20 meters. What's our ability? 15 meters. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, without sneaking, we can't really get around these guys. So let's see. Well, we could get all the way here and then next turn take care of those things. Not a bad choice. Let's do it. Good spot. Still hidden. Excellent move. The captain gave me a stem. En route. Guarding. Turn slightly, so that might help. All right. So last one. Emily's got 1 move left. Not much she's going to do with that 1 move. We start to look and see who's coming up next turn. Yeah. She's in a good spot. I think we'll leave her there. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Sec level still very low. Nobody's found anything. And Molly's up. And then we got a lot of people that are going to move before Emily. Now, even Maker has some things that could help with that. But let's think about Molly. We'd love to just run up here and smack this guy. He's not in range of the camera. So that is probably our best shot. I'll be heard, but if he goes down, that's not going to matter. So let's see if anybody else hears me. Nope, it's only him. See, it's very important to check, because if these guys were hearing me as well and wouldn't stay unaware, that would be a problem. But I want to have as many things left as I can to be able to attack. I could probably take him out in 1, but maybe not. Yep, I think we're just going to go for it then. I can't get to 3, I don't think, where I have 3. Yeah, it's too much of a run. Let's do it. Alright, we're going to switch over to our melee weapon. And if we attack with Stun Club, that is not enough to kill him. Might be with air, but let's go ahead and use our... Oh, I think they're both the same. That's interesting. What about Claws? Nope, Claws isn't going to do it. Stun Strike could stop him. That's 100%. Yeah, what happened here? Stop. Stun Club. And if we don't kill him, it's going to be a problem. But Emily's there too. She can help. Let's do it. Ooh, I did not do it. He's alerted. And is he going to move first? Plato, yeah, that's going to trigger us, I think. Yep. Emily's not in front of him. Let's redo that turn. So this is something that you can do a lot. I usually like to use a save slot first before I actually do this. But then you can say load slot and you can say retry turn, right? So it'll start the turn over at the beginning. In this case, Molly was at the beginning, and so she'll be right at the primary. So now we can say, okay, we should definitely do something else here. What should we do here? Well, there's a couple of choices. You know, shock mines are there for a reason. We can drop this shock mine right on top of this guy. Now we don't have to worry about him seeing us or doing anything else or any of that kind of good stuff. So we could actually just roll on up there, right, at this point and hang out for a turn and then take him out next turn. These guys are unlikely to make it around these boxes and all of those kinds of things. Then she can go up here and do this and everybody else can do their thing. Or she could stay down here and delay, which is pretty fair because he's just there. Even though he's alerted, he can't do anything. So I think she's just going to delay her action. We've kept him where we wanted him, though. We didn't want him to move down any further or get out from behind those boxes because they're cameras, people see them, all that kind of stuff. So all of these folks are going to crank through their choices. Hopefully everybody's well hidden, so nobody will get seen, right? And now we're back to Emily's turn, where she can either move up and help or move over to take out these guys. So got to kind of think about it. She could delay. Go could move. Maker could move. Bondi. Back to Molly. Tough call. I think we'll leave Molly to deal with that one. Because again, we want to get out of here as fast as possible, and there's some great loot boxes. So Molly can do that. She's a war machine. She can figure out how to take these out. She can't take out that camera, though. Let's see. How far is that camera from there? 19 meters. Got to be 12 meters. We're very young in our life here, and so we don't have a lot of oomph at this point. So we've got to be gentle about the things that we think we're going to do. So I think I'll move Molly just around as far as I can. She can move to here. She could move to here. Wish I had more anticipation, but I'm two turns out from that. She could move here and get off a shot if she needed to. There's no place she could move where she could get 2 shots, I don't think. 2 shots will pretty much take one of these out, usually even with these weaker weapons. But I don't think we're going to be able to try that here anywhere where I can get a shot. Unless I leave her out in the open somewhere. See how I'm testing this, right? That checks range. It's checking lots of things. Yeah, I suppose. We'll let her move up here. Well, assuming I can get her somewhere where we can do it. I can put her here. That'll get her 2 shots, right? Yeah. I don't think they're going to move, but we'll see. We're going to move her up. We're going to let her take her 2 shots. See how we do here. He's stunned, so now we've taken him down to almost nothing. So now we're going to move along. We'll let others move. Like Luco can move along, and then it's Maker's turn. All right, so Maker's job was to move around and help. Of course, that one... Well, let's see if we got anybody. We don't. Well, getting by the camera is going to be fun. Probably no way to do it. I wanted to get him up on the high ground up here. Let's see if we move to sprint. Can I get out of range and get in range? Multiple devices will spot me. Really? Oh yeah, because I have to move over here. Motion detector won't spot me here. Oh, am I still in the motion detector? I am. Alright. So I've got to do the one step here. Let's do it. We did the one step. Now we'll switch. How far can I get? Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, camera's going to spot me. Watch what happens. Oh, I just got 1 marker, though. Sometimes you just got to do it. You're like, oh, camera saw me, but, I wasn't really sure what it did. So it got me where I wanted to be. let's see what our zone looks like over here in terms of what these guys are going to be doing. So he's coming this way right here. So he's in perfect position for Bondi. So we should let him move first if we can. But he's already moved this turn. So that'll be next turn. So Bondi will have time to get in a good position over here. This guy is going to just take one step and look this direction. So as long as we put Bondi, I think, right there, we should be okay. He shouldn't be able to see him. We could leave him right where he is, I think. Let's see. I don't think he can see him. See the blockage there? So maybe we leave him where he is. It's not a bad choice. We should see if he can take out that camera, though. I don't know that that's going to matter unless he can hack it. Well, think about it. All right, so that's the end of Maker's turn. Good job, Maker. Let's go to Bondi. Now, do we have him delay so that Alpha can do it? Yeah, let's see where Alpha's going. Just for the sake of discussion. Yeah, all right. It's going over there, nothing in there. All right, so let's have Molly jot up here if she can. Could probably have her shoot, actually. Just get rid of him. Blip. Let's get rid of him. Can't believe I missed. Jeez. Yeah, it's terrible. Couldn't believe I missed. Burned my whole turn missing. Well, you know, still took him out. We don't have to waste our time running up there. Now we just take this out and move along. So let's get rid of that. Let's think about what we want Bondi to do. All right, so he's going to come up around here, which is going to put him perfectly in the sights for Maker up here. So Maker's in charge of that one. This guy's just going to walk right over here and look around. I don't think there's a good spot over here for me to get to that the camera doesn't spot me. I could get right here, which I don't think he'll see me there. Yeah, somebody's going to see me when I move, though. So, yeah. I think he's going to stay right where he is for the moment. Yep. Let's do it. Sometimes, you know. Okay, you'll notice here, dispatching Delta Knight. I don't know why. Did we trigger something? Somebody got suspicious, so that's why they're moving around. So, probably the camera being seen. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it don't. Okay, so what's our choices here? Well, we can wait, which is probably what we're going to do, because I want to see everybody move. So Tao's going to move. Is that Tao? Yeah, I want to see Tao. I want to see Tao move first. Oh, he's going to move down that way. Interesting. So he's going to come over here. Okay, so he's going to get out of the way. Well, we'll let him do that then. Excellent. We will delay. Luco's going to move. Perfect. Now we've got Maker, and we're going to delay Maker's action, which is going to cause him to jog over there because he's going to go check something out. Great. So he's out of the way. All right. So here we are. We've taken him out. We need to move up. I'm going to yield an action to Emily so that she can take out this camera right here with Jam Kit. The camera is not even on, is it? No. It's not on yet. Okay, so she's going to have to move to take that out. Mm-hmm. Can't get close enough, huh? She could come up here and get close enough, though, I think. 12 meters. Yep. All right. So she's going to come up, use Jam Kit. Bloop, that one's gone. So her job's to take that one out. We will move her up a little bit here. Let's see. He's going to not be able to see him. Let's see. I only have one left, right? Yeah. She can't get to that. What was that? I saw a shield somewhere. I think that was going the wrong way, shield. Yeah. Wrong way, shield. Okay, so we're going to move her where she is. We're going to leave her where she is. She's good. We're going to delay so we can see what everybody else is going to do. Oh, he moved. Thanks for turning around. That's awesome. That's sweet of him. Okay, so now we definitely want to move up and try and get to those guys. Okay, they're going to hear me if I get too close. Can I get all the way over here? Not without being heard. That guy's in range. I can move over here, though. I can get all the way to here. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so, you know, again, she's going to go take the other loot box right there. Lots of choices here. We could try and take him out. Can't really get enough oomph. We don't have a lot of firepower right now to be able to take him out. And we don't have good action points. I could drop shock mine, but this guy's going to see it, etc. So, and this camera's going to come back on in a minute. So, yeah, not really happy about that. Could get over here, though. Yeah, let's just roll. We'll roll down here. That's fine. Next. Delta's going to move. It's going to be perfectly in a shot range here. He's moving over there. Excellent. Coming in the middle. They're looking in the middle. That's perfectly great. Okay. So I think everybody's moved out of the way here. That leaves Maker to take care of him. All he's got to do is take out this camera here, which he is going to do. Let's see. Ooh, it's scaled, so there is a node attached to that. Well, let's see what we can do with the node that's attached to it. I don't know exactly what that does. Oh, here we are. So we are actually hacking this node. So that dropped us right in. Yeah, if we do a hard disconnect, that's going to be a bummer, so we're going to stay in here for a minute. That's fine. He's not in a bad position to do that. So we can load our capabilities like scanning, sleaze, deception, all of our usual ones. We've also got spectral dagger and phantom slide. So I could actually instantly hop to one straight down the line, like I could go straight there. Here I'm going to need these, so I'll definitely need to disarm some traps one way or the other. So let's take, how much have I got? 67 and 60 IO. I could turn some of these off, right? Like I could hack this long range camera that I just turned out and get rid of it for sure, which is pretty cool. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yep, that is the right one. So I could hack that and take it down for a while. Good idea. Let's do that. Boop. Okay. We took that one down. What else we got? We've got 10 damage to the deck when we do that. He needs this. And then we'll knock it out. Took both of those out. Excellent. Let's see. What else do we want to hack? I think there's no reason not to turn these laser masters off. Let's turn that one off. That might be useful as we go. It's good. We're getting a chance to see how these new skills work. I think we can take all of these down. So let's just take them all down. We didn't have to get to the thing. Good. Yeah, they're all gone. Excellent. Very useful. All right. Now that we're here, we can load. I think both of these are disabled. Yep, both disabled. Excellent. So now we can scan. We're finished scanning these. Let's see. Can I scan these? I don't think I can get through those, right? Let's go ahead and load some more. We don't have much left to load here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Boop. Okay, so we got booted. There we go. All right, well, it's good. We got a lot of things turned off. Excellent. We did use all of our action points to get that done, but that's cool. Let's roll on. Alpha's patrolling. Now it's my boy's turn here. He's got one pretty far away we could take out. Pretty sure this one's too close range-wise to do this. What do I got? HE? Yeah, that'll make a lot of noise. Problem is I don't have a silencer on this weapon, which bites. because it's definitely going to make some noise. See these ears over here? Those guys are going to hear. They're right at the outer range, but they're going to hear. I probably can't even move from where I am. Why is it good to have those things? Well, now you know. Let's give both of us some extra initiative next turn right off the bat. So that'll move us up so that we can decide what to do. I don't know if everybody would hear this. That's not enough to kill him, is the problem. If I had a whole turn, I could kill him. Where's he going? He's going to come on down and come past me. So let's let him do that. So, yeah, I'm going to end my action. Emily is where she needs to be. I'm going to move her over just a hair. There's no good secure spot here for her. Nothing that can give her any cover. Sue, just move her. Nobody can see her there, so let's leave her there. All right. Now we got guards missing. Got all kinds. We're going to have people running around looking for us. It's okay. This turn, though, we're going to get some escalation. Maybe. We got 3 bars left. We might be all right. Bondi Weary has a pretty good shot at this guy. I say we take him out. Let's do it. Well, one more shot. Come on, boy. Damn it. I knew he was going to miss. One more shot. There we go. Yes, he's out. Okay, good. Now Maker's free to do what he needs to do. We will end the action for the turn for him. All right. Maker's job now is to move down here and get ready for these guys. We're going to switch to sprint. How far can we get? Can pretty much get in position. Let's do it. No loot boxes over there, but with him getting down here, we get into mode of these guys. They're going to be running around looking for us. We need to get through. Let's see what they're going to be doing. Let's see. They're going the other way. Excellent. All right, Molly. It's up to you here and these boys. So this guy can see that guy. So that means it's this guy first. So that means she's going to yield her action to Emily. So it's on Emily to go take this dude out. So she's going to use her silence. And then she is going to move right up on this guy right here. Yeah, sure, right here sounds good. And then we're going to have a little hack fest. That's not going to take him out possibly, but that will. Well worth it. Goodbye. All right. Emily has done her job. That just leaves Etta over here. We're going to save this anticipation, I think, because Molly should be able to get over and take him out. So let's find out. Can she get there? He's in a hearer. Will that matter? Probably not. Yeah. Well, she could move up and use Lumen Spear, but that'll only give her 2 left, and that may not be enough to kill him. Well, she could probably then use her pistol. Or she could use her pistol twice. Might be enough to kill him. What's his range? 13 meters. He's in range. And she's still in, good spot. So let's do it. Okay, that's good. See if Lumen will take him out. Perfect. All right. Excellent. They're all down. Let's move along. Alpha's going to move back down to the other end. Tau is going to move into the other room where nobody is. Excellent. And that's it. We are still in sec level 0, which is fantastic. Emily has looted this one or not? I can't remember, did we? I don't think we looted this one yet, right? There's no way for her to get there without taking it out again. Arg. All right. We'll jam it. Then she'll move over. Let's get some loot. Ooh, cred chips, dazzler, smoke grenades. Excellent. We'll take all that. And then we will run our booty over here. All right. Now it's going to be time for Ome to run. Hunting along. All right. Bondi's job is going to be to run over here and get this loot. Oh, that's it. Pretty far, huh? Okay. Really? It's a long way, huh? Okay, alright. It's fine. I don't think anybody's coming this way, so it shouldn't matter that much. Let's get him closer rather than further. Go, 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 go. Alright, now Molly's job is to go get this loot box. More good stuff. So NBS cubes, those are used for crafting. Super useful, you know, for everybody. And we got some dossiers. So now Molly needs to come on back. We'll get out of here. We got both of these. We could get out over here, but our other boys are coming too, and there's a lot of loot boxes over here, so we're going to send them down to loot that way while we come up, and then we're going to meet over here to be able to evac. All right, so Maker's up. Let's switch over. Let's see if we got any shots. We don't. We don't know exactly where these guys are going. Don't have that. I'm not too worried about getting initiative right this second. Where can I move to that's a good protected spot that gives me both of those guys? That one right there looks good. All right. Now let's see what we got. We got Luco, who's good. Yeah. See, he's looking that way. They can see each other, but he's getting ready to move. She's not moving, so let's delay and let Luco move. Yep. Let's let Luco move. Now it's my turn. 57. Sucks. Only got one shot. With no backup. So we definitely should take the higher class one. Out of range. Or I could let it go. It's always a hard call, you know. I could sit here and get better on this shot next turn. Or I could move up and get even probably better. What's my range at this point? Let's see. Let's see why my shot sucks so bad now. So, you know, again, taking some time to look at what's causing you to have low numbers. Like over here, it'll tell you I'm obstructed by, that takes 10% off my shot. Range-wise, you know, if you take a look at your range, where you are, you can always go here and figure it out. I'm like, let's see. So we need to get out of my obstruction. The problem is, it's a pretty good spot that she's in because she's going to move up a little bit. Maybe she might move far enough for me to not be obstructed. And I don't think they'll be able to see me unless they come this way. So I could move around here and then reload. Let's try that. We're going to come around, which is exposing yourself, which is not a great idea. I'm going to get a reload in. Right? Now we're going to be set up. I should be first in the next turn. Let's do it. See what we got going on. All right. Now we're 68 and 58 still. Okay, didn't improve very much. We're still obstructed because she hasn't moved yet, I suspect, right? I think she just turned because she was suspicious instead. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think she's going to move again. But now I've got my fully loaded couple of shots here. I could do look ahead again up there. I think I will, just for the heck of it. Let me see what you guys are doing. Yeah, let's take a look. She is going to move out, but he's going to come down. So I should take him. As long as she's not looking at him. She's not. Boom. I didn't get him. God, that's crazy. Oh my God, and then I missed. Well, that is going to pull us in escalation. We're close, but not close enough. All right. Well, not much to do there. I could redo the turn. Nah, that's just fair. Sometimes, you know, you're just like, it's just fair. Let's just do it. So that was fair. He missed. I was being aggressive. It was a close range. All right, this boy's moving up, and I got both of them to come take him out and go loot everything that's back over there, which is fantastic. So let's think about what Emily needs to do. She needs to reload. That's one thing she needs to do. Let's get that out of the way. Then we'll know exactly what she has left. That range is 24. That is too far. I could yield to Bondi. Let's do that. We're going to yield to Bondi. Bondi can get over here and get this loot out of the way. Let's do that. Ooh, V-chip. That's a good one. We'll talk about what that means when we go through our loot when we get out of here. Now, one boy is headed this way, or was. I don't know what he's decided to do at this point. We will find out, though. So I need some cover if I can get it, but there is no cover I can get to. So we're going to move me to here, I suppose. That seems to be our best option, because there is no cover. Well, at least give me a shot if he comes up. Excellent. Done. Okay, back to Molly. These are all looted. And what do I want her to do? She needs to reload too. Let's get that done. We're going to get some escalation, so, you know, there's going to be stuff going on. This gives me 4 shots. That only gives me 3. What's my range? 19 meters. That's a hair out of range. What about here? 18 meters. That puts me in range, and I've got a shield. Bring me up. Let's do it. I don't think that's going to be enough to kill him, though. Can I yield? Yeah, let me yield to Emily so I can make sure she's in range to shoot at least 1 shot. So if I move her right here, she is in 19 meters. She's going to get seen right there. That is 18 meters without getting seen. Sure, we're going to do it. Since we're all fully reloaded, 92%. It's an ambush. Wait. Okay, why did he get to go next? Okay, fine. Let's get Ome out of the way. I don't think there's anything for him to do. All right, and that'll get me to Molly, who can shoot from there at 57. Got some recoil going on. If she moves, there's going to be more recoil. What is she, 18 meters? Yep. What is this? Stun strike, 15 meters. Yeah, we'll move up and stun strike. Can I move? What does it take? 2 for stun strike? No, 1. Okay, great. Can't see. There are no laser wires there. What are you laser wiring about? What's it complaining about? They're turned off till next turn. Okay, that'll give me 1. That's all I need. Wait, didn't it just say 1? Oh, now it says use for 2. Okay, that's like BS, but all right, come on. Oh my gosh. Fine. It's going to be one of those turns. Everybody come on and party. Come on. Go's going to run down. All right. Get ready for a fight, buddy. Yeah, here comes some escalation. What do we got? He's going to take some cover. You know, we got to fight a few guys. All right, they're all coming in. Ouch. Somebody had some shots there. That hurt. Is that Bondi? Yeah, absolutely. All right, she got nothing, but that's okay. She can just run up and nuke the dude. So let's just do that. She should have 2 left and still be next to him, right? Let's do it. I don't know. Will that kill him? Yeah. There we go. Got some claw action. Muy bueno. Let's see. Who else we got down here? Anybody? Nobody else down there. All right. So we will send her for this loot box down here just in case she needs to get stuff done. There's no good spot to get her out of the way. That's fine. Just move on over. All right. Let's get Maker up. What's he got? He's got this one, that one, It's not like anybody didn't already know we're here. So we're already in sec. So 43, 68. Yeah, he's kind of sucks, huh? Yep. Oh my god. I was afraid of that. Yeah. There we go, one down. I think we got one more shot somewhere, which is not much. What are my other choices? Security devices. Yeah, let's make sure we're going to get the jump on everybody. That'll move Bondi up. That'll still give me one more. We'll give it a shot. Oh, look at me. Good job. All right. Excellent work. Okay, Bondi. Let's see. You already looted that one. So these guys are down. So you might as well boogie. But, you know, first, let's do some heal action so that we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and reload too. You're not going to be able to go that far anyway. I don't think there's going to be anybody coming in there, but there might be. They might come behind him. What I'm worried about is people coming in over here through this section right here. A lot of people, that's a spawn point. So might want to get these guys out of here. All right. Tal's going to go wander around some more. Good. Ome's going to wander around some more. Good. They're hanging out in the middle, so we don't have to worry about them. Emily's ready to rock. Everybody over here is dead. So she's going to need to get through over here. But first she's going to need to get rid of that sensor, which she is not close enough to. So let's move her up here. Wherever we get her in range, where we still have stuff to do. God, I wish that laser wire thing was out of the way. I can't see my move. It does this sometimes. There's stuff over stuff, you know. Is that a 4? How far can I get on a 4? I can get to right there. Do it. That's important because, you know, you got to be able to get to this and then still be able to get over here. Good. Excellent. More cubes. Ooh, and a weapon mod. Okay. Excellent. That's the end of her turn. Nobody else down there. All right. We are up. Bondi. All right, so Bondi's job is going to be get over here, use Siphon to turn that off. Whoop. Siphon. Not that. We're going to turn that off. And then get on over to the loot box. Done. Emily's got that loot box done. So she needs to move on out and get over here. With 2 if she's got it. If she can get, I don't know how far she can get pretty far, so let's see if I can get to 2. Okay, it's going to move over to 2. She's got another jam kit, I think, right? Oh, that's lure. Dope. No, we're out of jam kits. And I don't think Molly has anything to get across there, right? Obviously, we're going to bump our sec level no matter what I do anyway. So, might as well go for it. We're getting ready to bail out, so sure. She can't quite get there, but she'll get there next turn. Alright, Maker. Nothing for him to do but haul butt to get all the way down here as far as he can. So he's going to come down here and get in position in case anybody decides to run up on us. Excellent. Now, Molly's turn. Yeah, she's gonna can't disable that, can't do that. So she's just gonna cut through it and head for this box. So she's gonna trip the laser wire, but you know, that's what it is. Ouchie. A little scratch. Didn't hurt her. Alright. Those guys are still looking for stuff. But now we got some guys. See, I was afraid they were gonna come in here. Alright, these are pretty bad dudes. Let's see, what do we got here? Firecon, heavy lift, lead. Okay, so we need to get on out after we get our loot here. It also reset things, so we'll have a little dinging here, but we got an armor blueprint. Got some good stuff here. So now she's just got to get on out. And we'll get a little scratch, but you know, people get scratches sometimes. We can't quite get her there, but we can get her there. Lure, yep, shouldn't have anything to get out. So come on, leap. Ouch. All right, we're over here. Excellent. Next turn, it's Molly's turn. We're going to delay her. And we'll yield to see how far Maker's going to get. Pretty far. Yeah, he can almost get to here, so we'll just get him behind something that's useful. Here he comes. Excellent. End of his turn. Bondi, same situation. I don't know if we got this looted. Yep, we got everything. Excellent. That should be all the lock boxes. We'll get him out of the way. Perfect. Molly is fine. Let's see. So who's furthest? Anybody? We got everybody here? Yeah, so she might as well go, right? Well, let's delay just to see where everybody ends up. Running. Everybody's gonna be running for us. That's it. We gotta wait for Emily. It's fine. So Molly's out. Oop. Go home. Blip. Maker is gonna be out in 2 seconds. Let's get him out. Blip. Alright, these guys are gonna make their moves. Come on. I don't think anybody's gonna get it close. He's gonna be trying to get close. But that is not gonna be enough. Let's see. Yeah. We'll delay her just to see if anybody else gets close. Nope. Alright. So, Bondi. Get on down there. And that's the end of him. And then Emily goes, and voila. We do not want to overstay our welcome. And so we are out of here. And we are at victory. So awesome. So now we're going to go count what we've got and all that kind of stuff. So join us in the next episode where we'll go count the money and figure out all of the great stuff that we got and can do. So we got some great loot to look through. Look at all this loot. So see y'all again. Look at all these levels up. We even got a router code name. I don't know about that. We'll change her name. Thanks for joining us here on War Wizard Games. Look forward to seeing you next time.